Second topic of our agenda is infrastructure and the sustainable development and the importance of infrastructure in the sustainable development. I'm sure that you are familiar with the term sustainable development and the UN goals, 17 UN goals of the sustainable development, which are very famous, and almost every country in this planet is trying to work under the framework of the UN 17 goals, which is the vision of 2030. We can have separate session to speak in details about the UN sustainable goals. But what I'm trying to highlight here that the sustainable goals, almost all of the sustainable goals are directly or indirectly directly reliable or rely on the infrastructure. For example, if we take the goal number 2, no poverty, we cannot imagine a nation fighting the poverty without having a sustainable and efficient and effective infrastructure, roads, water supply, sewage, storm water, you name it. So the infrastructure is very, very important in the sustainable development work. We cannot imagine any sustainable development without a sustainable and green and efficient infrastructure. By the way, I have to highlight here that sustainable infrastructure in term is different than efficient infrastructure. Sustainable is more general. Sustainable means efficient and durable and sustainable and green and environmentally friendly. Sustainable is a very general term. I'm quoting here one of the reports made by The Economist. Infrastructure is crucial for development, from transport system to power generation facilities and water and sanitation networks. It provides the services that enable society to function and the economies to thrive. The second thing that I need to raise here, that infrastructure is not just a means of delivering services, it's a critical enabler and guardian of the sustainable development. That's what I'm trying to highlight here, that without the infrastructure and the sustainable development efforts will go in vain. We cannot imagine, as I said, that we have development in any country without having a very efficient and very sustainable road network, for example, for the development, for the economy, for transportation of goods, for sanitation, for security. So one of the backbone and the main pillar of sustainable development is the infrastructure, and especially the sustainable infrastructure. Some of this is delivered through construction of new infrastructure. However, creative ways can be found of making current systems more efficient through smart meters, for example, without the need for disruptive and resource-intensive new construction.